Happy February 1st, everyone. Welcome to Crypto Traders Club. Today we're going to be going through a few chart setups. One thing to keep in mind, today is the FOMC meeting, so um, we can expect quite a bit of volatility in the markets. A lot of people don't trade these days, so definitely be careful, especially if you have short stops like we do on our side. So we actually just took this trade with Cosmos. We just entered a short position here. So if we zoom out on the 4 hour chart, we'll see that um, we've constantly gotten rejection off of this trend line. It's broken through just a little bit here, but we also have some resistance here too. So we could see a play to the upside, but this really depends on what's going on with Bitcoin and the FOMC meeting today. I think it's a pretty good risk reward trade here. So zooming back in, we'll take a look at this. Our entry was around $13.70. It's currently at 13 and 76. So we literally just took this trade. We could see it retest this high right here. I do think that we're going to see more downside action, especially later into the day. I think Bitcoin's probably going to be pretty steady around this price until we reach the FOMC meeting, but who knows? We'll see. So anyways, that's this trade. I think that we're going to see more downside action. But keep in mind, a lot of people don't trade these days. The FOMC meeting starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So we're kind of in the clear until then, and then expect a lot of volatility. All right, the next trade, taking a look at Thorchain. We were looking at this yesterday. We actually took this trade here around $1.72, and then got out once we saw it chopping around here for a couple percent gain. It's still within this trend line, so zooming out again, it's not a bad place to go long if this continues to see more upside action. But again, it really depends what's going to happen today. But if we zoom out on the daily, we can see that there's this trend line, and it tried to poke through once, saw some rejection here, and failed. Maybe it's going to try and break through again. We'll see. But then we come right up to about $2, where we'll see a little bit more resistance. So that's Thor. Next one is Dent. I'm really liking Dent right now for a decent long. So if we zoom in, right here, so taking an entry here, it's been following this trend line for quite some time. So we like to say just keep going with the trend until it breaks. We're getting pretty close to doing that, but I think we could see anywhere from like a 6 to an 8% move to the upside, and right around the 0.001 we mentioned yesterday, it's probably a good idea to start looking for a short. There's pretty strong resistance there. Taking a look at Optimism. If you guys took this trade when we announced it the other day, you're sitting pretty right now. We'll see what happens here. There's not a whole lot of movement in the market right now, but maybe you can see, that 15-20% gain on this trade. Next one we're going to take a look at is Tezos. This one also looks pretty good for a long setup. Getting in right around here, having a tight stop around 3%, and it might hop back up to this trend line and keep going up. Taking a look at Zilliqa. So if you got into this, we mentioned this yesterday, could probably see a retest of this trend line. If you were to get in here, you're looking pretty good right now. Let's see. And yeah, I mean, that's like a really good entry. If you can, it might retest that again, might have another opportunity to go short on this one, but we're looking for about a 15% gain on this trade right here. Near Protocol, this one broke through the trend line, but it's sitting on support. So, if you wanted to take along here to possibly retest this trend line, can definitely do that. This is looking weak to me, so I'm just staying out of it. Not a great setup right now. Chainlink, this is another really good setup for a potential long, but it's been struggling to kind of hold above this point of resistance around $7. So just be careful with this one. But it's still following this trend line. We'll see what happens today with the FOMC meeting. Could see some, if it's negative news, we could see this drop to like $6.20, somewhere around there, 6.50. Next one, Blocktopia. Again, this one's still following the trend line, but it's really struggling above 0.0028 to stay above there. It peeks its head up above there, but then doesn't really stay up there for very long. It has been following this trend line. We're watching it, not an active trade on our side. Solana has been pretty choppy after it made that massive move up that we've been talking about. And it's just chopping around in this range between 22 and 25 cents. We're watching it. Not a great trade setup. If you got in it here at the top when we mentioned it a few days ago, you're looking pretty good right now. And then make sure you take profits around $22, lock in those gains. Next one is Render. I think this is one we called out yesterday as well. We said it could see, some price action up to this trend line, and then might be a good shorting opportunity. If you lock this in, that's a 12% gain right there. Might retest this trend line and see some more upside action, but I think today is going to be pretty choppy, so just keep that in mind again. Polygon, this is one that we're looking at. No real trade setup here. It's looking kind of weak right now, but it could go either way, so just something to watch on the sides. XCAD, again, if you took this the other day, great trade. We could see a retest back up around $1.21 and be another really good opportunity for a short. And we could see this one drop all the way to $1 eventually. So this is one for pretty good gains, 15%. So this is one we're definitely keeping our eye on. Decentraland, this is another one we'll take a look at. I think there's a good opportunity for a short if it can reach back up to around the 82-cent mark, somewhere around there. And then can lock in about 10 to 14% gains before retesting this trend line again. Sand. So the sandbox, we haven't mentioned this one yet, but wanted to throw this one in here. Zooming out, let's see, I think it was on the daily. It's been trading within this trend line here, and so just taking a look at this, it's sitting on support right now, but there's quite a bit of resistance around the 86-cent mark. If we can retest this trend line here, could be another good opportunity for a short. I think it wouldn't be out of the question to see around a 53-cent sand token, in my opinion. And so let's just see what that would be. So if we got in right around here, there's quite a bit. Yeah, so 30% move. That's pretty good. So yeah, this is one that we're going to keep our eye on. Just wanted to bring this one to everyone's attention. Again, sign up for our Discord if you're wanting live trade alerts or a certain analysis. If you're wanting a coin for us to take a look at, we try and make things super easy. We zoom out and we simply look at the charts. It's one thing to kind of get caught up in all the hype of, this coin's going to do this, it's going to the moon. Definitely stay away from that. We've fallen prey to that many times in the past, and so what we're looking to do here with this trading group is really just keep things simple. Look at the charts. What are the charts saying, and take the trades. It really doesn't matter what the company is doing. The coin might or might not do. If you can lock in 5 to 15% gains on every trade, and you do that consistently, that's going to stack up quite a bit over time, and that's what we're looking to do. And we're reading the charts so you don't have to. Again, like I said, follow us on Twitter, sign up on Discord, and if you have any questions or coins you want us to look at, drop it in the comments below. All right. Also, if you like the video so far, go ahead and give us a like. The next one we're going to take a look at, this is another one we just added, is NetVRK. This one's been, in my opinion, I think a pretty strong buy right here. It's sitting on support. It's following this trend line. Could see about a 10 to 15% gain on this trade before hitting some sort of resistance again. So this is one, just wanted to throw it out there. And then the next one, I think we talked about VRA yesterday as well. If you were able to get into this trade, good on you, because I think you're in a pretty good position right now. I would just be holding this if you haven't taken gains, because we could see some more downside action possibly. Depending on what goes on with the FOMC meeting, could see a 20% move on this. Right now, we're not taking this one, just one that we pointed out a few days ago. All right, and that's a wrap for today. All right, thanks.